Mute yourself, unmute only when you are required to speak, and keep your videos on whenever possible. And please be mindful when speaking about gender, politics, and religion. The mission of Toastmasters is to provide a supportive, positive learning experience in which members have the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The theme for today's meeting is "We are what we do repeatedly." Excellence then is not an act, it's a habit. To preside over the meeting today, we have a person who has traveled through the length and breadth of our country. He was in Madurai when he did his MBBS, and he was in Chennai when he did his post-graduation at Medical College, Sri Ramachandra Medical College and Research Institute. And he was in Delhi when he studied hospital management course at Academy of Hospital and Administration. And he was in Lucknow at IIM Lucknow to study management. And he's in Bangalore serving at Fortis as an administrator. Please join me in welcoming President of IMB Orators Club, Dr. A. Nagasubramanian.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sergeant at Arms Ramraju, for the gracious introduction. I declare the meeting number 578 open. I think today could not see any of the guests, so we'll just start proceeding with the theme. We are what we do repeatedly. Excellence is an act, not an act. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. The word of the day is pragmatic. Do you accept? Do you agree this theme? I mean, how good is this theme for you? Amit, can you just say, this theme resonates with you or not?
Yes, Dr. Naga, absolutely. It does resonate.
Thank you.
It really resonated. It resonated from Girish.
It resonated very well. Thank you. So, in an interview, the national award-winning actor Kamala Hassan was asked how he had become so talented and versatile in acting. The insight he shared was worth listening. As a kid, his mother used to insist on bringing the quality of perfection in whatever he does. He lost his mother when he was very young. I believe she used to tell him that a man should do his work so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn can do it no better. And if fate makes him a street sweeper, he should sweep the streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. He should sweep the street as Beethoven composed music, and sweep the street as Shakespeare wrote poetry. This got ingrained deeply in his mind, and he used to chase perfection in whatever he did in his life. That is why he is considered as one of the greatest artists in the country, respected by both contemporaries and critics alike. I read an interesting book titled Habit, courtesy of a member friend, Toastmaster Dilip Saga, a year back, I think. It describes what it takes to form an habit. The brain has a part known as basal ganglia in between. There is a cerebral cortex. Below that, there is something known as basal ganglia. So if you consider the cerebral cortex as the conscious part of the brain, this part always want to process new information all the time. It is like a computer RAM. If it is cluttered with information, its processing speed will come down. So what it does is it pushes all the routine work from the cortex to the basal ganglia. Once it understands that it is a regular routine activity. So any activity that goes into the basal ganglia, it becomes a permanent fixture. It will be like a machine precision. The work will be done in a mechanical manner. So if you drive, those who drive vehicles will notice that when you're traveling in the same route to your office, you would not be even conscious to look into the sides, where you are going, what you are doing, and automatically you will reach your office. Have you noticed that? If it happens like that, that means your activity of driving has already reached your basal ganglia. Like brushing the teeth, having a bath, All these works has become a habit, and we don't give much thought, conscious thought to it. So without concentrating on the route while driving, we reach the office. Sometimes even we doubt whether we travel in this route. After some time, we just think like that. So the driving action has been pushed from the cerebral cortex to the basal ganglia. This is also the reason why smokers, especially smokers, they find it difficult to quit an habit, because that action has got ingrained in the basal ganglia. So if we have to change a habit, we cannot erase the old habit, but we can bring in a new act and repeat it continuously until it becomes a second nature. So during my Air Force days, when I was posted in new units, I used to start learning. I used to learn some new skills. Like that's the way I learned painting, sketching, playing some musical instruments like tabla. I just now recall that whenever I could practice things repeatedly and it became a habit, I could gain some expertise. There are certain activities where I joined, acted for some time, did practice for some time and quit. Those things have not become my habit. So the practice is the price we pay for perfection. More we practice, more we become skillful. And when we want to acquire a new skill, we need to do it repeatedly, continuously, until it becomes a subconscious act. One important thing is being conscious about what we are learning is very important, because unlearning and relearning is the most painful thing, and it takes a lot of time. I realized that Toastmaster is a forum where we practice and acquire the lot of nuances of speaking skills week after week without being conscious about it. When we give a speech, well, we get a ribbon in our meetings. But for me, the biggest recognition and compliment came from my wife when she said, after Toastmasters, my speaking skill has improved. And getting a compliment from a wife on speaking, isn't it? Really, it is like an Oscar. So ladies and gentlemen, be pragmatic to learn as much as possible. Learning helps you to keep away from Alzheimer's disease, which may otherwise lead to dementia. So practice good things in life until it becomes a habit and brings in excellence in whatever we do. On that note, I would like to introduce a person who introduced me to the Toastmasters Forum. I am eternally grateful to her, because as a medical practitioners, we don't get exposed to such forums routinely. From the time she gave me the opportunity, I latched on to it so strongly that I cannot think any other better way of doing things on a Saturday morning, wherever I am there. Her take on the theme is she always liked to explore new things in life. So she slowly acquires new habits. And once she acquires a habit, whether it is good or bad, she don't get rid of it so easily. She is a pragmatic leader and one of the past presidents of her club. Wishing her always to get good things in life, I invite her on to this virtual platform to play the role of MC of the day and take the meeting forward. Put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Lata Narasimhamurthy on this virtual platform. Over to you, Madam TMOD.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for that gracious introduction. And you also wished me good luck on this beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you very much for that. You made my day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very good morning. I don't see any expressions. Is it a good morning or bad morning?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, it's a good morning.
Good morning.
Because we all had developed the habit of good habits, repeated the good habits. So it is to be good morning, not bad morning. So let's begin the meeting. It is believed that old habits die hard and new habits are hard to form, especially as we grow older. Things that we repeat from a strong impression in our neural pathways, and the only way to integrate them into our daily life is to keep repeating them until they become a habit. In Indian tradition, If you practice anything for a mandala, have you heard of a mandala? Whatever, if you do a puja, it has to be performed till
Yes,
a
ma'am.
mandala. Can anybody tell us how many days a mandala means?
14.
8.
48 days. 48 days. I think one mandala is 48 days.
Yes. What mandala means 48 days, and half mandala is 24 days. So whatever the habit you develop, it has to be performed till 48 days, then it will become your habit. We have a very scientific approach in our tradition. We have a very scientific approach in whatever you do. If you go deep into it, you can't believe there is so much science behind it. Now scientists are exploring and telling you have to be you have to practice for 21 days, you have to practice for so many days and all. But it is there in our scripture from very, very long time that if you practice anything for 48 days, it will become your habit. So we are very proud that we have such an advanced culture or advanced tradition. With that note, if I give you an example of practical example of how repeated action can become a habit, I still remember Toastmaster Balaji. In one of one of his speeches, he shared how he developed the habit of book reading. He used to read a book, read a book, few pages every day before going to bed, and slowly it became a habit. And now he can complete a book within 3 days. Don't you think that is excellent way of developing any habit? Similarly, we practice communication skills repeatedly in our Toastmasters meeting week after week. The person who provided this opportunity for us is Raul C. Smelly. He started first Toastmaster Club in 1924, and now it has more than 16,000 clubs across the world. For the benefits of the guests, I don't see any, yeah, there are some guests, one guest. So Dr. Naga didn't notice him introducing, I think. So there is one guest, Valli Nayagam Pillai. Can I ask you to introduce yourself?
It's a number.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Senthil has got a new name. I didn't know that. Or no, sorry. Sorry.
I'm not a guest. No, I'm not a guest. I'm a member.
You are a member. Okay, you are a new member, so I was not aware of it. So sorry for that. So let's begin. Yeah, for the at least for the new members, a typical Toastmaster meeting has 3 parts. I'm sure you are aware of that. The first part is prepared session, and the second part is table topic session, and the third part is the general evaluation session, where the general evaluator of the day will give the feedback on the entire session and entire role takers. So I'll keep brief about it because we know all the people who are familiar with Toastmasters meetings. So our GE of the day is a very good observer. He not only gives feedback on your communication skills, but also you have a chance to get a good compliments on how you have dressed that day. He likes adventure and exploring new things. Currently, he is working as artificial intelligence and analytic product manager at Accenture. Please welcome with a big round of applause, Toastmaster Ashok.
Yeah, thank you, Lata. Appreciate your introduction. Of course, today I will not make any observations apart from these speeches. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and I believe there are no guests, so only fellow Toastmasters. So are you all excited to understand the general evaluation process on a not sunny Saturday, but a chilly Saturday? It's cold outside, relatively cold. So the general evaluation, like Toastmaster Lata mentioned, is the third section at IIMB Orators Club. And this is an important session for not only speakers, but for all the role takers and the fellow Toastmasters and guests who are not taking any roles, to understand and learn from each other. And I, as a general evaluator, also learn from your speeches, and it's an evaluation for me also. With that, I have a strong team today who will help me in evaluating these speeches and the session. So I would like to introduce my team today. So firstly, I would like to introduce the timer of the day, who is Toastmaster Vasant. Vasant, if you can introduce your role as a timer to the group.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok, General Evaluator. Greetings to Toastmasters and fellow Toastmaster guests. As timer, I'll be timing all the sessions for the day. I'll be timing the formal speeches, ice-breaking speeches, evaluations, and even the table topics. I will also alert each and every speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times. For the icebreaker speech, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise a green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise a yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will raise a red card. For the general speeches or the prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise the yellow card and continue to flash until the end of the speech. For the table topic sessions, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will flash the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll flash the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll flash the red card and continue to share until the end of the table topic speech. For the general evaluations, the time limit is 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll flash the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I'll flash the, at 5 minutes, I'll flash the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll flash the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll continue to flash the red card until the end of the evaluation. Thank you, and all the best to all the speakers.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vasant. Now I would like to introduce the AHA counter, who is Toastmaster Kapil. Toastmaster Kapil, if you can introduce your role as AHA counter to the group.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ashok. Good morning, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of AHA counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil. I will now request the grammarian of the day, who is Toastmaster Dilip, to introduce his role and to the group.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I'm playing the role of the role of grammarian. As a grammarian, I will take a note of good uses of grammar, good word uses, what you take. I will also take a note of improper uses of grammar and share at the end of the meeting. Word of the day is pragmatic. It's a very useful word for all of us to understand the context. You can use is like if you have two different decision points in life and both has pros and cons, but you go in a practical approach to decide one of them. So you can talk about it's a pragmatic decision, or sometimes you can also refer to person as a pragmatic person, like Dr. Naga said. So I hope you all will use the word of the day, and all the best to all the speakers and role players. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dilip. So now that you all know the team that is supporting and will be helping in our evaluation. So the evaluation will definitely be constructive and something for all of us to learn from each other, not just me and my team. With that, we look forward for a fantastic session with great speeches lined up and the table topics. Over to you, MC of the day, Toastmaster Lata.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ashok. Now let us move on to the first session of the meeting. Are you all ready for the wonderful speeches? We have two wonderful speeches lined up today. So let's go to the first speech. The first speaker is attempting his icebreaker speech from Dynamic Leadership. The evaluator of the speech is Toastmaster Sudhir. May I request Toastmaster Sudhir to read out the guidelines of the speech?
Sure. Team Lata. Gautam has been an active timer, our counter, and the grammarian in our earlier sessions. Today is a prepared speaker. Dynamic Leadership L1P1. Its title today is My Life Journey. As the evaluator, I'll watch, listen, and share my feedback. You're really good in life, Gautam. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Dear Toastmasters and guests.
Please, 1 second.
Gautam.
Can you please give the guidelines, the specific requirement of the speech in one line? Can you brief?
I don't have the complete report at my end, but the title of his speech today is My Life Journey.
Yeah.
And you try to base on that.
Yeah,
actually, the background of Gautam is that he's been our timer, our counter, and grammarian as well in the past.
You don't have to give the background of him. So basically, the icebreaker speech is to introduce the speaker himself.
Right.
So that is the basic guidelines of the icebreaker speech. So let's let me the speaker who is going to give introduce himself to us today is an independent IT consultant for a US-based firms, mainly in product leadership roles. And the personal friend, he is a wellness coach and fitness enthusiast. Since he is giving his icebreaker speech and talk about his life journey. Yes, his speech title is My Life Journey. I don't want to disclose much. Let's hear it from him with a big round of applause. Please welcome Toastmaster Gautam.
Dear Toastmasters and guests, like Steve Jobs said in his Stanford commencement speech, live each day as it were your last. If you do that, you will always make the right decision. At least the last few days of your life. If you have not felt so, then definitely you need to change something. In 2018, what Steve Jobs said dawned on me, and I decided to live my passion every day. I decided to get into independent IT consulting from a regular job to get more control of my life and work on my fitness, which turned out to be a pragmatic decision in the end. So due to erratic eating habits, stress, lack of exercise, and sedentary lifestyle, I had put on a lot of weight ever since I started working in IT. After battling overweight issues for almost 15 years of gaining weight and losing weight, I decided to fix the problem permanently. I got associated with a wellness community and I lost 20 plus kgs. I made use of the lockdown to eat right and exercise. The best part is that I've not gained the weight back in the last 1.5 years. So now I've become a wellness coach part-time and helping others lose weight the right way. Hi, I'm Gautam. I grew up in Bangalore, the garden city of India, to a wonderful set of parents. My father is an engineer and my mother is a banker. My younger brother works in London. So I did my schooling to engineering in Baswantagudi. Post that, I started working in IT, which is also in Baswantagudi. So I used to actually come back home for lunch, take a short nap, sometimes that would become longer, and then go back to work. As I changed jobs and grew in experience, it was time for me to get married. So I met some prospective brides over lunch breaks and after office hours. And due to some office politics at that time, the US project that I was working on got withdrawn, and I was actually on bench. So during my engagement to wedding, the courting period, I was actually on bench, and I made the best use of it. And so I also started looking out for jobs, and I got into IBM at that time as a manager of analytics. So I used the time in between jobs to go to honeymoon to Sri Lanka and Maldives. So I also got an opportunity to do executive program in business management from IIM Lucknow while I was at IBM. Post that, I got an opportunity to get into MBA at IIM Bangalore, which was a dream come true. But the problem was it was very hectic with job, family, and MBA to handle. And at the same time, I got an offer from JP Morgan as a vice president. I took the offer as it was quite tempting. And I had to bear the brunt of Bangalore traffic as it was in Outer Ring Road. It was 2 hours one-way commute from Baswantagudi to Outer Ring Road. So, and I had to make trips back to the IIMB campus on Fridays. Though it was hectic, I had a lot of fun in IIMB. I traveled for GNAM courses, which are 3-credit courses, to Brazil, Chile, Israel, and Hong Kong. Also, I visited some historic places nearby. That's where the travel bug bit me. And as of today, I have traveled to 25 plus countries and 6 continents. Also, I have visited the 6 modern wonders of the world: Christ the Redeemer, Machu Picchu, Peru, the Colosseum, Rome, the Great Wall of China, Petra, Jordan, and our very own Taj Mahal. So after graduating in 2017, I started exploring opportunities in leadership and product. So fitness and travel are my passion today and really fulfills me. So these days I'm combining fitness with travel and building my brand online. So I've been traveling to a lot of places nearby post double vaccination for a quick weekend getaway. So from the beautiful temples of Hampi and Vellore Halebeedu to the magnificent Madurai Meenakshi and Brihadishwara temple in Tanjavur, I've actually chilled at Sakleshpur, Pur, and multiple other places nearby. So which is amazing. And also the jungles of Western Ghats, Kabini, Bandipur, and Nagarhole. But my current private jet destination is High Point, North Carolina, as my wife and 7-year-old son are currently in the US. My wife is also doing an MBA from IIMB, and she's currently on exchange program to Darley Moray Business School. And I wish to be in the US at the earliest and vacation with them at Cancun, Mexico for the new year, and visit the 7th wonder of the world, Chichen Itza, which is also in Mexico. Thank you. Back to you, MC Lata.
Excellent, Toastmaster Gautam. Can you please share the before and after pictures so that it will inspire many of us to adopt what you are doing?
Absolutely.
You have. So thank you very much for sharing your life journey. A very inspiring, of course. Recently, I have developed one habit that is called zero resistance. You know, have you heard of a word called zero resistance? So all of us, many of us, going through stress every day. Zero resistance means not reacting to any of the stresses that or shocks that we face on day-to-day basis. It's a very interesting subject, and I will make a speech out of it so that many people get benefit out of it. So how it has benefited me? To give an example, we received the agenda last moment. Yesterday night, I came to know that there is one more speaker in the meeting. I am practicing zero resistance, so I was not worried. I just looked at it and left it. And today, you don't see any stress in my speech or in anything, because you can see the transformation, how I was earlier and how I am now. This one thing helped me is zero resistance, and second is we have been doing this repeatedly in our Toastmasters, right? We are taking the roles repeatedly. Because of that, we are not stressed. We know how to manage, how to handle the things, even if it comes at the last moment. So this is a message for all the people who are not attending the meetings and taking the roles regularly. Please do so, because it will help you not only in Toastmasters, but in your everyday life. So with that message, let's move on to our second speech of the day. The second speaker is attempting L3 P1 from Visionary Presentation Mastery. The evaluator of the speech is Toastmaster Senthil. May I request Toastmaster Senthil to please read the guidelines of the project?
Thank you, Toastmaster Lata. Good morning, all. The speaker is attempting L3 P1. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech, or giving a speech that is a story. All the very best to the speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Senthil. The speaker is working in a semiconductor industry for more than 20 years. He believes in today's theme and realizes how true this theme in Toastmasters. He has seen there is an incremental improvement in communication in various Toastmasters, including him. Today he is going to tell us about Tale of Two Friends. Yes, his speech title is Tale of Two Friends. Please welcome with a thunderous applause Toastmaster Karthik to talk about Tale of Two Friends. Toastmaster Karthik. Karthik, you are on mute.
Okay, we can start from now. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. What do you infer from this picture? Let me invite the table topic master for today, TM Amit, to give his impromptu views about Mark Zuckerberg's and Colonel Sanders' picture. The table topic master, your impromptu views, please. TM Amit? Okay, he is not there. So let me ask our president, TM Naga, to give his views in a couple of words about the picture.
What to say?
The couple of words should be fine.
Twin Towers.
Okay, wonderful thought. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook at the age of 19, changing the world, how the world communicates. And Colonel Sanders, at the age of 62, franchised Kentucky's Fried Chicken. Both were successful at the different stages of life. Dear friends, please introspect. All of us are unique, and with consistent efforts, we get our results for our efforts, and wonders do happen at appropriate time. Let me share a wonderful story about two friends. In 1995, two studious folks, Guru Kripa and RK, got admission in engineering, electronics and communication in a college 75 kilometers south of Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Guru Kripa was a pious, orthodox person and had a glow in his face. RK was enthusiastic for getting admission in engineering and raring to learn. Both were hostelites and roommates. The complete hostel used to be noisy, but Guru Kripa used to meditate daily and made their room serene. Both made lot of friends and had fun. Both were passionate in electronics and traveled to various places representing their college for state level and national technical symposiums and got awards. By 1999, both passed out of the college with university rankings 3 and 4. Most of their friends opted for software jobs in big IT companies. But RK had an audacious plan. He discussed with Guru Kripa and mentioned both will look only for nice job in semiconductor area. In those days, the semiconductor design just started in Bangalore, and it was almost impossible for a fresher to get into it. It looked non-pragmatic, but both were determined. Both planned to move to Bangalore and start their job search. Nature had its own plans. 1 week before they moved to Bangalore, there was an interview call from a major semiconductor giant. RK had some family errands and excused himself. Internally, he thought, let us stick with the plan to go to Bangalore and start search. Guru Kripa went ahead and got the job. RK was happy for his friend, but disappointed that he missed the bus. He started blaming his family. He started blaming people around him for his miss. Guru Kripa went ahead and joined the job in Bangalore. He learned the nice skills and grew fast. He traveled to US frequently, and in a couple of years, he did masters in BITS Pilani, which are the dream of both these folks during college days. Meanwhile, RK struggled to get a job in the same area for 6 months. Then he got a job in the same domain in a small organization. For the next couple of years, it was disaster for him and his family. His father's business collapsed and his father passed away with a massive heart attack. But RK had faith in his abilities and focused back and bounced back. By 2008, both RK and Guru Kripa succeeded in their college dreams and were successful and met on a wonderful evening. Guru Kripa told RK, I had decided to leave the corporate job. RK was stunned and surprised more. Guru Kripa left his corporate job and dedicated his life to the service of Almighty and in Sringeri Mutt. Meanwhile, RK did continue his worldly ambitions and focused on worldly activities and his dream to climb in the corporate ladder. He as well did masters in microelectronics and various other programs and started growing in the corporate ladder. By 2018, RK and his family went to Sringeri to meet his friend Guru Kripa. Guru Kripa was full of spiritual bliss, and with lot of affection, he welcomed RK and took him to Jagadguru to seek blessings. RK, for some reason, felt ashamed that he competed with his friend in the initial years of his career. Dear friends, most of you would have guessed, who is this RK now? It is the person in this picture, background picture. It is me and the picture was taken in my last visit to Sringeri. Dear folks, every one of us has a purpose in life and we are unique. Mark Zuckerberg found his purpose in IT and changed the way the world communicated. Colonel Sanders had his passion in food business. My friend Guru Kripa, name modified, Guru Kripa attained the pinnacle of happiness and got what he wanted in life, ultimate surrender to the Almighty. Dear friends, let us not compete with each other, rather focus on ourselves and become a better version of ourselves. Thank you. Over to you, TM Lata, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthikeya. It was an excellent story of tale of two friends. I always observe that there will be a essence of spirituality whenever Karthik gives his speech or whatever the role it takes. It's a wonderful learning for all of us. Your story is very inspiring. And also, we are very happy to find that one of the friends in the story of two tales is RK, Ramaswamy Karthik. Karthik Ramaswamy. Thank you very much for that inspiring speech. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Karthik. That is end of the first session, prepared speech session. Now we are moving into an exciting session. The person who is going to tickle your funny bone and keep you on your toes is one of the most active members of our club. He is known for his innovative table topics. He is a co-founder of a legal startup. If you have any legal requirement, now you know whom to reach out. With a big round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you, MC. So this is an interesting session. Now, why it is interesting? So let me start with a legal quote because it starts with the legal startup. You all know that when we have to get some work done, we ask for that work with somebody and people do agree for it. It's essentially called an agreement, which says that I agree because you have asked me for something and I can deliver that service. So boring, right? The funny part is, if people do not do what they have agreed, that becomes a challenge. And that is where the contracts come into place, where you say, okay, how do I sort this out? So when I was reading about it, the funny part that happened is that you can do a contract with that. I think all of us heard in our MBAs that we can do agreement and contracts. So the funny part is that if you do a contract and agreement and the guy do not deliver, you go to a court, and you go to a court says, sorry, buddy, I cannot accept your agreement because it's not stamped. That means you have to stamp an agreement. Then only the court takes that as an evidence. So that's the layer between the contract and the Evidence Act. And there are so many acts you need to know. So what happens is you have to go deeper, you have to go pragmatic, you have to go in detailed. So today I thought, when we have to do table topics, let's do table topics, which is the most pragmatic, most possible way that we are doing all today, which is online. So when we are doing online, what's the most used thing that we do in each of the session? So timer, please note, table topics is 1 to 2 minutes. One is the minimum time, and then you get yellow at 1:30 and 2 is red. Everybody gets 30-second grace. For the guest, you can speak for the topic, against the topic, or outside the topic as well. It is your choice. I'll pick anybody at random, and in class, like they say, the person who is hiding the most has the probability to be picked, right? Okay, let's start. So today's table topics are going to be based on keyboard. Keyboard is the device that we use the most. It was invented more than 50 years back, and it has not changed. So we've been talking to machines the same way. I'll pick a key, and you have to explain about it. How does it impact your life? Okay, so the first key is space, the longest key. The topic is, tell me an incident in your life where you feel you need to give more space. An incident in your life where you feel you should give more space so it makes your life better. I like to pick Sunil Vaya for the topic.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks, Team Amit. Space instead of key. The first word came into my mind was the space. And I needed space. And last meeting, we were talking about Dr. Naga launching the space satellite to take us to the space. And I thought, yes, I need that space because I got bored living on this earth anymore. It's beautiful world, greenery around, happiness around, but sometimes it's good to go into new space. And that's why I'm wondering, still I'm waiting invitation to come from Dr. Naga. He said he will let us know when he's taking us to the space. And that is where I would like to go. An adventure, the new world. Though I don't know whether we will be land, we will just go and come back. But that will be a good space for me to be there. I think instead of getting the space from anyone else, I would like to go to the space and come back. Over to you, TMR.
A wonderful take. Moving to the next key, I want to take the backspace. Backspace means something that you can erase that you did back in time. So it's like a time travel as well. You go back to your life and say, I want a backspace, I want to erase something. For this topic, I like to pick Girish.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Amit Singh. A warm good morning to all my friends and fellow Toastmasters here. What a wonderful feeling the moment you hear that you want to take a backspace. So many things come into one's mind. Of course, these are something which cannot happen, but then you can also look back and look forward. And you have to space your thoughts so that when you look back, you pick up those which are pertinent. And you look forward, you use this in a very pragmatic manner. Coming to the topic of looking back, perhaps if the watch is wound, I would not like to be one, but a mixture of many. For example, to commence with, I would like to become a religious leader. I would like to become a politician, and I would like to become a lawyer. While I do that, I would like to also retain, though I would not like to sound selfish, the passion that I am a civil engineer, a management graduate, and an ADR expert. That's too much, but then you need to put everything in a box and it will become a true reality. One can achieve what one wants by being pragmatic in planning. The reason is that if you become a religious leader, you can do a lot of good. You can leverage your position. If you are a politician, you can bring a lot of sweeping changes. And then, yes, if you are a lawyer, you know how to be well within the law. That's the reason I would like to be all these three in one. And that is what looking back for me means. But looking forward also, this can be achieved because right now I'm on a very long journey of becoming more and more familiar with the tenets of law and implementing that for the benefit of the society as an engineer, as a lawyer, and as a management grad. Thank you, and over to you, Table Topic Master Amit Singh. Thank you.
Thank you, Girish. Wow, that was a wonderful take. Because you said law, so I want to continue my story. So let's say you have stamps and you have done the contract, but some people may forget to have these stamps. So when you go to court, court says, oh, sorry, I cannot take this evidence because you're not paid the fees. But then there is a provision that you can pay 10 times of the fees and still take the same contract as part of the evidence. So eventually, the practicality comes with paying higher fees. And until unless it's illegal, most of the things do get settled with money. And that's the most practical answer, practical version of things that move in the courts as punishment, as compensation as well. So moving to that, there is a key. There is a very special key, which is called the insert key. That means you can insert a condition which was not there, or you can insert something in your life if that was missed. So for the insert key, I would like to pick, let me say, I will pick some of the role players. Sandeep, will you like to take a take?
Yeah. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. When you started the session by talking about keyboard, the thought that came to my mind was, what is the purpose of these keys in the machine? In parlance, in technical parlance, we call it as HMI, human machine interface, right? To control, to manage this device, you will be using these keys. Okay. So it is an interface for you, for the machine. Same way, I can draw an analogy from my experience. What could be the interface between human to human? Say, take an example where you are a manager working in the office and managing a team of people. How you as a manager, leader, interact with your fellow team members, not with the authority, but as a fellow human being. The keyboards, the keys in the keyboard have functions like manage, control, enable. Same way, you as a manager need to have a certain set of quality. For example, in a team that you have, set of members need to be managed to perform up to the expectation. And the set of members, you don't have to manage, you have to enable them so that they will perform. But there are cases where you need to insert certain condition so that they perform to the organization expectation. It could be in the form of PIF, which is called performance planning for an individual. So what really matters is that you should understand with which member you need to use the manage keys, which is largely like edit or delete button that you have in the keyboard. Same way, correcting, giving the course manual for an individual, or enabling like a shift and control button, which will just enable that individual to perform and you only monitor and help when it is needed. Or insert button, which is like a control button to bring an individual who is off the track back to the track. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sandeep. Wow, that was a good take. Everybody, please note that table topics also the guest, they are the most important part of table topics. They can be pulled into the topics as well. So all the guests, be on your toes. I'm going to pick a guest this time. Or maybe a member, it all depends. The next key is the home key. Wow, what a powerful key. We always wanted to be home when we're in office. And now when we are locked for a long, long time in home, we love the home, but we still want to move out of the home. So any one incident where you feel what additionally you could have done in the home in this period of lockdowns. Vijay Prabhudevan, would you like to take a take?
Yes, table topics master. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Could you repeat the title you told about the home?
Is the home key what differently you would have done in the home in the period of lockdown?
Okay. Once again, good morning. Actually, I am a ERP consultant. I was traveling past 10 years out of home. And this period, I really enjoyed, especially this COVID period, past 18 months, I have been in the home. I recently joined Toastmaster Club with the help of Senthil. I am growing up and started speaking in the club. What I am thinking is that if I could have joined, I joined very recently to Toastmaster. If I could have joined 18 months back, it could have been helped. I could have joined 10 years back, or at least I could have joined 18 months back. That's what I am thinking. This period and various other activities also helping me while staying at home. I'm not feeling to go out and to do the office work. Right now, it is 80% of the work is possible from working from home itself. And also my relationship with the family also is improved, especially with wife and son. I feel that one thing I could have done from home 18 months back is joining the Toastmaster Club. I come from IEEE Toastmaster. Over to Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Vijay. Good take. So the next key, which I thought is very, very close to the legal, is shifting things up. So you take a case and then you shift up because new evidence has come up. So there's a key called shift key where we want to shift something up or shift something down. So I like to pick Bhanu. Bhanu, what would you like to shift up or shift down? Bhanu, I think your phone name is Bhanu iPhone. Am I correct?
That must be her mother. So
Okay.
I think I don't see Banu, but we can welcome her.
Ma'am, you would like to take the topic? Okay, let me pick another speaker. Dilip, would you like to take the topic? Toastmaster Dilip?
हेलो
Yes.
या मैं क्या है कि पूरा इंग्लिश नहीं समझ पाती हूँ तो मैं क्वेश्चन भी नहीं समझ पाई हूँ
मैम हिंदी में आप बोल दीजिए, नो प्रॉब्लम। देयर काफी सारे क्लब्स हैं जो बाइलिंगुअल क्लब हैं। आप क्या शिफ्ट अप या शिफ्ट डाउन, कौन सी चीज को ऊपर और कौन सी चीज को नीचे ले जाना चाहते हैं?
लाइफ में आपको अगर कुछ चेंज करना पड़े, कुछ ऊपर लेके जाना पड़े, कुछ नीचे लेके जाना पड़े, तो क्या करना चाहेंगे?
ओह ऊपर लेके जाने की तो समझ में है, लेकिन डाउन क्या करना है वो समझ में नहीं मतलब नहीं सोचा है कभी कि क्या मैं डाउन
ऊपर का बता दीजिए।
लेकिन ऊपर में मैं फिलहाल तो मैं अपना जो आर्ट का करियर है उसको अच्छी सी गैलरी, और फ्यूचर में अगर हो सके तो मैं उसको स्कूल में ही करना चाहती हूँ, आर्ट कॉलेज कुछ बनाना चाहती हूँ मैं।
Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good take. I think career is one of the important things, and doing for art also employs a lot of people who are in the art, because when you say college, it is about not you as an individual, but a lot of lives which get impacted and a lot of artists and professions. So great. Thank you. Thank you for the take. I'll take the last topic. So that's called the caps lock. That means you want to lock something in your life. So what is that one thing that you would like to lock in your life? And I like to pick Veli Nayagam. Are you there? What is one thing that you would like to lock in your life?
I really don't want to lock anything.
Well, you have got locked with the mic.
I'm sorry. So I don't want to really lock anything in my life. I recently become 40. You know, 40 is the age. I felt that then a lot of people ask me, hey, you become like 40-year-old now. My wife was keep on picking on me that now you become 40, you become 40. Then when I look back, I felt that life is something I took it. I changed constantly. I like in the first speaker he told about how he lost weight. I used to be very obese in my 20s. That is because of my lifestyle. We used to party a lot. I was in Hyderabad. We eat a lot of food. Then I completely lost weight around when I became 30. Again, gained everything back. By the time this year January, again I was weighing about 85 kg. That is because of the lockdown and other things. Further, again now I lost my weight. Now I am around 74. And when I look back, consistently I changed things. I little bit pushed myself. I am also looking, when I look forward, from this point onwards, what I am going to do, I want to do something different. I really, maybe 10 years from now, I really don't want to have this lifestyle at all. Maybe something completely different. something which I have not done before at all. So I really don't want to lock anything. I want to kind of let it flow.
Thank you.
That's all.
Alex. What a take on the topics. We started with space. We took around Earth. Then we took about helping people around. And finally, we came how we improve ourselves as mental and physical. Wow, that's the round of circle of life. And that's also the most pragmatic way table topics can end when they have covered the entire universe, the entire Earth, and the body as well. Back to you, MC of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amit, for those innovative table topics. In your introduction, I introduced you as a co-founder of Legal Startup, but it was such a coincidence that you had table topics related to legal. Let me tell you, there is no match fixing here. Absolutely no match fixing here. It's just a coincidence. A good round of applause for Toastmaster Amit and all the speakers. Now it's time for our feedback session. I request General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Amit, to take over the session.
Yeah, Amit, will you take or should I take?
Oh, sorry. Toastmaster Ashok.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Lata. Wonderful session. If we were at campus, we would have definitely had a breakfast break, and then we would have had our stomachs full. I am already hungry on a Saturday morning, but they say breakfast, feedback is the breakfast for all the champions. So I assume we are all champions in this session, attending this on a Saturday morning. So what I would like to do now is first have the evaluators give their evaluation for the two prepared speeches. So in terms of the sequence of the speeches, I would now request Toastmaster Sudhir, who is the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Gautam. Toastmaster Sudhir, if we can have you share your evaluation for our first speaker, Toastmaster Gautam, on his speech.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gautam today, I think if I use the word pragmatic, then he was absolutely pragmatic. Because if you recall, Gautam is the character who had played the role of a time taker, accounter, grammarian in the past. And today he came well prepared for the speech. And it was absolutely well prepared. If you ask me, it was too good. And Gautam, you were very good actually. Okay, you didn't stop at any part of your speech at all. And you, apart from giving us a personal takeaway of what's happened in your life, you also told the pathway to your life, the journey that you've taken in your life. You also told about your work perspective, what you did and what happened. And everything that you spoke today was absolutely good. So I would first of all tell you, thank you so much. Apart from being a timer and other role taker roles, you were too good as a speaker today. And believe me, it was absolutely good. At the same time, I would like to add a couple of feedbacks if you don't mind. And the feedback would be, you could smile a bit if you wanted, because I think that was missing today in your speech. And you could also move around with your hand a bit, because you were absolutely comfortable by standing and giving your speech. But at the same time, if you could move your hand a little bit to the points that you mentioned, to whatever you're saying, that may add a little more to your speech. Apart from that, you are too good today, as usual. And Gautam, I think you can move on to the next level from my perspective. You are too good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gautam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir, for the warm feedback on Toastmaster Gautam's speech. Yes, to add, I completely agree. Toastmaster Gautam I felt the story was very interesting and inspiring, like Toastmaster Lata also mentioned. Yeah, I know this is your first speech, so there's always a benefit of doubt that we can all give. If you could smile a bit, I think a smile itself will take away the ease of not only from you, from even the audience. I don't know, for some reason, you did not smile throughout the speech. There were so many interesting facts that you mentioned, and you could have put it in a humorous way too. Relax, and we are all here to learn, and this is a platform that I always believe that where you can make mistakes, fail, and like Dr. Naga mentioned, learn, unlearn, and relearn. This is a platform where you can fail miserably and yet get a constructive feedback and do better. So I would always urge and encourage all, not only you, but all the Toastmasters to experiment, explore here on this platform, especially at IIMB Orators Club. We are all family members, so it's fine to fail and learn. I would take this opportunity, and couple of other things is your hand gestures, yes, and your eye movement. In initial, I felt that you were looking somewhere else also. I'm not sure if you had a script or something, but it's okay to have a script. It's not an issue, but your eye movements were moving. You were not looking at the camera. Those were a couple of observations, but otherwise a very interesting and inspiring speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Gautam. Toastmaster Sudhir, one thing I had a feedback for you is you have been attending these sessions for a very long time. I'm not sure how you missed the evaluation part. I was wondering why is Toastmaster Sudhir introducing the speaker and taking away the suspense. Lata must be wondering that her role is being taken by Toastmaster Sudhir. Yeah, I mean, because you are now a seasoned Toastmaster, I'm bringing this point, and you have been attending regularly. So just you'll have to take care of that. Otherwise, thank you to Toastmaster Sudhir for wonderful evaluation and great and inspiring speech by Toastmaster Gautam. Now I'll move on to the next speech, and the evaluation is done by Toastmaster Sendil.
Before I start, I would like the timer to share the time taken by the speaker.
Okay.
Vasant?
Sir Vasant, you have the timing for speech 2?
Yes, it was just close to 7 minutes, but yes, he was well within the time.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, dear friends, and my dear target speaker, Toastmaster Karthik. Say, I've seen you metamorphose from giving an icebreaker to your speech, a storytelling. I'll start with what I liked, Karthik. You stood up and spoke. You were smiling throughout the speech. You're dressed well. And what is the purpose of a story? You need to create some kind of impact on the audience. I'm sure you created an impact with me. What a story, the tale of two friends. The start, the body of the speech, the conclusion where you created a suspense telling that RK is KR. I don't know from where did you get that idea. Karthik, since you're a seasoned Toastmaster, with your permission, I would like to give you some minor suggestions because that will take your speech to the next level. The introduction part, when you started, okay, you were having a PPT in front of you because you had to move front and back. What I would suggest is in future, you can just give that PPT sharing to someone so that they can share, because that will help you. And you took a lot of time. You asked a question to someone and you were expecting him to reply. In a virtual environment, if I was in your place, I would have spoken to the person and told him, I'm going to ask you this question. Can you please tell me this? And the emotions are very, very important in a story. Okay, when you talked about your father passed away, can you bring out that emotions? disaster, bounce back, succeeding, blaming the family. Those are the things, whenever we hear any kind of story, we need to travel within that story. Are you able to create that kind of a vivid imagination? That is the main purpose of any story. Okay, that is one thing. If you can just work on this will surely help you. To summarize your speech, you were damn good in the tale of two friends. You understood, you took us through your story, but with a small minor change in the emotional impact which a story can create. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sendil, for that clinical evaluation. I completely agree with, on the couple of points that you made on the rehearsal with Amit that should have been done in the background, and the vocal variety. Absolutely, I completely agree with you. I don't have any feedback for evaluation. Karthik, what I found as a speech is you had great engagement, confidence, storytelling ability, strong hand gestures. Yes, when you told father died, your voice tone was same throughout. I mean, father dying is such a, I mean, anybody's death, dear and loved ones, is emotional. If you could bring that emotion and bring that voice tone, melody tone, because it's an emotional, right? Everybody else can associate. So yes, those were a couple of improvement opportunities, and I completely agree with Toastmaster Sendil, who has nailed it. I would say, put your hands together for Toastmaster Evaluator Toastmaster Sendil and Speaker Toastmaster Karthik. Yeah, with that, now I will move on to the role takers. Timer, how much time I have left? I want to ensure that I am within the time.
Oh, just a minute. Yeah, I mean, our evaluation is around 25 minutes. So we are just at 11 minutes. So we have,
okay. We have plenty of time then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So let me start with our Sergeant of Arms today, Toastmaster Ram Raju. Ram Raju, I just joined at 7:45. I thought I'll be late. I was on an office call, unfortunately. But I just made it on time, and I heard you start from good morning. I mean, when it comes to your role, I think you captured all the essence, and you made sure that there's a warm greeting, and then you told you greeted, and then you told the expectation. You set the expectation and the tone for the meeting. Couple of things I would say you can try out is, now you are a seasoned Sergeant at Arms, right? And you're a seasoned Toastmaster. You can bring that command, especially on a Saturday morning. And I saw the attendance was around 15 when we started, I think 16. And now currently it is at 17 members. So how do you ensure with 16 members you bring the energy? I mean, you should take complete charge. And even if you don't have content, bring that energy out so that people, even if they have not woken up, they wake up in this meeting. That should be the intent. And yeah, you can take that command and then charge in. I think that you can experiment that and see if that works. I think those were the points. You were comfortable. Your hand gestures were cool enough. You made the audience comfortable. Yeah, next time you can try to experiment, take that charge and raise your voice and then bring in that authority. That will be helpful. That was my observation. If you can experiment that. Put your hands together for Toastmaster Ram Raju. Next, our President, Wing Commander, Toastmaster Dr. Naga. Naga, you also have this storytelling ability. You brought the Kamal Hassan, perfectionist, habit, and you also brought the technical terms, basal ganglia, practice, the concept of unlearning, relearning, and learning. I think it's very important now. You were smiling throughout. That was good. You were calm and composed. Couple of things I noticed is that I know you like to sit behind your, I think, a red Ferrari car, or I don't know which car it is. So I'm not saying you should not sit outside. You definitely can sit outside. But what happens is when observers or walkers keep walking, the audience attentions for a couple of seconds, it drops from you to it goes. Imagine if somebody is handsome person walking or a beautiful girl walking, all the audience will look at them and drop your attention on you. So I think that you should be wary of. And I always look at your car because it's so red and gorgeous. Sometimes I miss you and I keep wondering which car it is. So probably to break the suspense, you can tell which car it is. Again, the same point that I mentioned to Toastmaster Ramaraju, we have an audience which is 16. Our average is usually around 22, 23, but today we had around 16 participants. So how do you energize these 16 participants is very important. Even if we have 4 or 5 participants, how do we energize them? We should not get bogged down because we have less participants, but try to, again, bring that authority and energize. I think that's important. Otherwise, fantastic storytelling. You are calm, cool, and composed as a cucumber. I like that. And you are looking handsome today. Thank you, Toastmaster Naga, and put your hands together for our President, Toastmaster Dr. Naga. Now coming to
Ashok, if you don't mind, I'm just stopping you for a couple of seconds. As Dr. Naga heard you.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, doctor. Okay, doctor.
Don't worry, captured in minutes.
Okay, this is off the record. Toastmaster Naga looks like he's on Hawaiian holiday or something, looking at the printed shirt. I mean, this is not a part of the evaluation, but I just wanted to bring some humor here.
Back to you, Ashok. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir. Coming to Toastmaster of the day, our smiling lady, Toastmaster Lata. Lata also smiled. She had warm greetings continuously. Made the audience comfortable. What I liked about Lata is she brought this audience engagement immediately on asking what is mandala, the concept, and she was able to relate the habit concept to one of our own Toastmasters. So when you start relating to whom we know and we have known for each other, I think that strikes a chord in all of us and we are able to relate better. And one thing I learned from Lata today is the zero resistance. I usually get stressed very quickly. I don't know whether it's good or bad, but the way we work at office and sometimes it's unrealistic. And I wonder, why do we keep doing all this? So thanks, Lata, for sharing the zero resistance concept. I'll try to apply it from today. And hopefully you all also apply and see if that works. Let me try to ignore everything that's happening around me and see what happens, whether it's going to help me or not. Thank you for sharing. I think that was wonderful. If I have to suggest what could have been done better or for you to experiment, energy level, again, I feel this is something I feel throughout we are not raising our voice. It's important you pitch sometimes. I'm not saying you should continuously raise your voice, but have that tonal variety. One aspect is you mentioned about the guest and you immediately told Dr. Naga might have not seen it. We are a group, so you should not penalize Dr. Naga in front of everybody. That's what I felt. You could have covered it well because we are a team, right? So even if Dr. Naga had missed out the guest, you could have covered it by saying, I mean, you shouldn't have brought it, but that's okay. Yeah, that's what I felt. If I was you, probably I wouldn't have be so demanding on Dr. Naga. That's fine. Those were a couple of things, Toastmaster Lata, I felt, but otherwise excellent. You always smile, you're warm. So that kept the audience glued today. Thank you, and put your hands together for Toastmaster Lata for wonderful job done. Now I have table topic master, master Amit. Amit, again, what I observed is you had this smile, easy, calm and composed, carrying from Toastmaster Naga and Lata, and then you continued that calm composure. A very innovative concept. I was wondering, where are you going to go on the keyboard thing? And I was thinking everybody is going to talk about life and key, but you picked candidates comfortably. You didn't fumble. So that was well prepared. You had the storytelling ability, nicely weaved your story into what you're doing on your startup, and you're all, you want to impart the law education that you're taking at National Law School, if I'm not mistaken. You also created that suspense in the guest saying, I'll call a guest, and then you immediately told maybe not. So that kind of, and you also had, you concluded very nicely, weaved the story on, quickly summarized and concluded. I don't have any other areas or opportunities for you to experiment, but keep continuing your good work, and a job very well done. Thank you, Toastmaster Amit, Table Topics.
Thank you, Ji.
Now I will request my strong team to provide their report and what were their observations and what we can learn from each other. To start with, I'll request Toastmaster Timer, if you can share, Toastmaster Vasant, if you can share your report on how did we do on timing and how are we doing?
Yeah, it's my first role play today. Although I'm not yet a full member, but I wanted to take it up as a guest before I join in fully, most probably by the beginning of next month. So we were well within our time limits. Nobody exceeded the time limits, and we had ample time for the table topics. So we went a couple of minutes more on the table topics against allocated 15 minutes. And everybody was within the time, and it was great. And we are at 20-minute mark for the general evaluation, and I think we'll finish off within time. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you can keep this for 30 more seconds just for
sorry.
Yeah, so that others are able to follow, and then yeah. Thanks, Toastmaster Vasant. One observation I had is you were also not smiling when you were sharing your, now you're smiling, which looks good. You can loosen up a little bit and relax. This is an environment I told you for us to experiment. So feel free, feel at home. Thank you, Toastmaster Vasant, for summarizing the timing and the timer role very nicely. Thank you. Now I'll move to Toastmaster Kapil for our counter and our counter report.
Yeah, sure. So I'm just sharing my screen about the R counter report, and here we can see like Toastmaster Ramaraju, there is no crutch words or fillers, and this is in interest of time, I won't be telling all the things you can see here. The only things I would like to highlight is there are repeated words, sometimes twice, sometimes thrice, so that you can observe it here. And there are a good amount of laughter generated today. So this is the report.
Yeah. So you can probably minimize a little bit and keep it for 30 seconds for everybody to take time and observe.
Sure.
When I say minimize, the percentage you can reduce so that it comes in one full window. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Toastmaster Kapil. Yeah, you can take 30 seconds for all the speakers and role takers to see what went well and what did not go well. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil. I had the same observation like I had for Toastmaster Vasant. You can also smile. Now you're smiling. So relax and then share your role. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil, and wonderful summary on and counter. I see that I need improvement. I've made a lot of ahs and ums. A good evaluation. Next, I'll request Toastmaster, the grammarian of the day, who's Toastmaster Dilip.
Yeah, thank you very much, General Evaluator, and a wonderful session. As to start with, the word of the day was used by quite a few speakers, Dr. Naga, Amit, Toastmaster Lata, Toastmaster Girish. So it was quite good use in general. So thank you for that, using that word of the day. There are quite a few beautiful use of words. As a combination, it sounds very nice, like eternally grateful, made the room serene. Mainly the Toastmaster Karthik speech was packed of a lot of words, which looks like he has really prepared well. Words like made the room serene, audacious plan, fear, family errand, worldly ambition, spiritual bliss. Toastmaster Senthil talked about vivid imagination. Dr. Naga talked about eternally grateful, and Toastmaster Gautam, sedentary lifestyle. These are, as a combination, it sounds very nice and very good uses of the word. If I may suggest some improvement, few of the grammatical suggestions. So one is when you are, Oscar is an object. So instead of saying like an Oscar, you can say like to get an Oscar. Provided opportunity should be provided this opportunity. Entire role takers, entire is a word used for a piece. So if you can cut like entire cake. So instead of that, the better use is every role taker or all role taker, not entire, because we are not pieces together. Speaking the club can be speaking in the club, because that doesn't go. There are certain use like, there are certain words which are actually means extreme, and adding very makes it, doesn't make it right. Like very obese. Obese itself is a extreme use of the word, like good and great. Great is something extreme. Obese is also something extreme. You cannot add very, it doesn't change the meaning. So you can only say obese. One place the use was little more to the speech. Little more to the speech does not really give the power to the word. Enhancement is a better way to say enhance the speech instead of saying little more the speech. There is a use of target speaker. Target is basically used for shooting, so that is a bit offensive in nature. So instead of that, you can use beloved speaker or distinguished speaker, or a lot of other words are possible. But I would recommend to avoid target speaker unless you are very angry on it. Damn good is a bit of EBS style talking, but it's not a right word. You should. We can use, if you want to really say something very good, excellent, fantabulous. There are a lot of words are there. If you don't want to stay on the good part, but damn good is better to avoid. I think the word which is Toastmaster Lata was using, it's called Mandela, I guess. I think Ashok was saying it's Mangela. I could not follow which is the right, but maybe Toastmaster Lata can clarify the word which is the right.
Mandala.
Okay.
Mandala. It's a Sanskrit word.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much. It was really wonderful. I learned a lot, and I hope you got some insight which is going to be helpful to all of you. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dilip, for the all the good usages and not so good usages where we can improve. Thanks for sharing. You had extremely detailed observations, which I like. I hope all the speakers also took some learnings from it. So with that, we come to the end of the general evaluation. I hope you were all able to take some learnings, if not all, at least pick one or two and then try to create a habit like Lata and Dr. Naga mentioned. And zero resistance is something I'll definitely try out from starting now. Okay. And yeah, thank you. Thank you tag team for your wonderful evaluation. And thank you everybody for this opportunity. I now hand it over to Toastmaster of the day, to Toastmaster Lata.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok, for that wonderful session and for the clinical evaluation. I personally took one message from you that we should not point out anybody during the meeting. So it's a very good observation and a good lesson to learn. Thank you very much for that. A great round of applause for Toastmaster Ashok.
I just like to add, there's always a saying which goes like, praise in public and reprimand in private. So this is what is the basic which we are taught once we got to.
It's a very good leadership lesson to learn and to follow, and it's a good thing that we are we pointed out our mistakes and get the opportunity to learn. Thank you very much for that. And now we are moving to the closing of the session. We first make our habits and then our habits makes us. So watchful on what habits you develop. Since this virtual meeting started, I have developed a habit. My daughter says, you will be shouting at the screen monitor. You'll be shouting at the screen. I don't know whether it is, I do out of, I don't get to see the audience, right? I don't get to, they're not in front of us. We are seeing on them screen. So I don't get the real feeling of giving the speech. Maybe because of that, I tend to shout at the screen. So as President said, it is, I don't get rid of any habit easily. I try this consciously. I try to get out of this habit. This is one of the bad habits I developed during this lockdown. Definitely, I'll try to get rid out of this habit. Now, I'll hand over the meeting to our beloved President for the concluding session. Over to Dr. Naga.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lata, for being the MC for the day and taking the meeting smoothly. A big round of applause to all the role takers and all the speakers and evaluators. I could not find much of guests today except Banu Madam who joined us. Banu Madam, कैसा लग रहा है आपको meeting, हमारा meeting कैसा लग रहा है? How are you? Are you enjoying our meetings? I think you are there or locked out. Banu Madam is there. You can quickly say a few words, Madam. अच्छा लगा that you gave a speech also, table topics. Banu Madam, are you there?
Madam, you need to unmute.
Unmute करके बोलिएगा.
हाँ, अच्छा लगा मेरे को आज का मीटिंग में और थोड़ा बोला लेकिन ठीक से तो नहीं बोल पाई मैं, लेकिन आगे जाके थोड़ा और सीखने को मिलेगा मुझे.
Yeah. So going forward, you start practicing in English. You speak in English. That will be we expect you to speak in English.
Okay.
And that will help you also. And slowly you can, it's like going back to the school, LKG, UKG only. So don't worry. We are all now in that stage only. So feel comfortable and feel good. You can speak. No issues.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, friends. It was a wonderful meeting. Now it's the time for the appreciations. The best table topic speaker. Any guesses? I think there is no guesses when Toastmaster Girish is there. And Girish trains his guns on speaking. Nobody can get the ribbon except him. Big round of applause for Toastmaster Girish for the table topics. Yeah. Then coming to the...
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Role player, best role player. Best role player, Toastmaster Amit Singh. when he took the where he took us around the world, around the Panchabhutas and brought us back. A
Thank
big
you.
round of
Thank you,
applause
Dr. Naga.
for Toastmaster Amit. The best evaluator. Nowadays, when Tsunami Senthil is there, it's very difficult to look beyond Tsunami Senthil for giving any award. So he has carried away the award for the best evaluator. And the best prepared speaker, the tale of two friends, twin towers, RK. I was thinking it was RK Narayan. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Karthik. Good. So friends, today, if you want to, I would request you, urge each one of you to open your Pathways site and give appreciation for the speakers, give appreciation for the role takers. Start using the Pathway, start using the Basecamp in the Toastmasters International website. That is the way we have to learn, unlearn, relearn. We have to relearn now. We have to unlearn our own old habits of just finishing with the meeting, but we have to learn to do things through the system also. I would request each one of you to get back to your website, give a feedback for 5 minutes, which will help people to, you to acquire a new skill of using the systems better. On this note, I would like to conclude the meeting number 578 closed. And also all of you have a great day, great weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naga. As Ashok and Amit said, you have an excellent shirt. In fact,